you guys think. So put it down below and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's move on to our next story, which is all about how Kyle Richards is ruining the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Is it time for her power trip to come to an end? Let's find out. So this is an article from Collider. And let's see what they have to say. And I want to know what you guys think. As we go through the article and I share my thoughts, put it down below. Let me know what you think. I personally think it is kind of time for Kyle to take a bit of a pause. She's spiraling. She's bitter. She's not being honest. I think it might be time for her to bow out for just a little bit. Take a beat, Kyle. Take a beat. But let's see what the article says. It says the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 has wrapped and the reunion is on the way. Speaking of the reunion, I'm living for it. I love the part 1. We'll do a recap of it later, so be sure to like and subscribe so you can watch with us. So before the start of season 13, fans were eager to see veteran housewife Kyle Richards address the news of her 26-year marriage ending due to separation from her husband Mauricio Umansky. Similar to Erika Jayne's legal troubles with her ex-husband Tom Girardi, Erika faced criticism and scrutiny, leading her to open up about her personal life on the show. In the reality franchise, it's not uncommon for the season cast members to encourage their fellow housewives to share their stories, knowing it will make for compelling television and maintain the appearance of authenticity in reality TV. Despite being aware of this, Kyle Richards remained silent about her marital problems with Mauricio and her rumored romantic relationship with singer Morgan Wade. Veteran housewives like Teresa Giudice, Luann de Lesseps, and Camille Grammer are typically open about when discussing their problems, especially once they become public knowledge. Kyle has never hesitated to reveal other people's issues, but now, when it comes to her struggles, she suddenly becomes tight-lipped and defensive about what information she shares. When did the housewives start acting like authorities and deciding that everyone else's personal lives should be exposed? Even going as far as dropping hints to steer the conversation in that direction. During her appearance on Watch Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Erika stated, "As someone who got eviscerated, I would like to see everybody get the same treatment. Will the reunion be when Kyle steps up to share some truths, or will she be let off the hook?" Now, I don't think Kyle is going to share any truth, but I don't think she's not being let off the hook either. They've been coming for her, but she's still not being honest. Okay? Point number 1. Kyle Richards displays hypocrisy toward her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member. Kyle's favorite phrase for her fellow housewives is "be honest," with Denise Richards, Kim Richards, Lisa Vanderpump, and Erika Jayne have experienced it when it comes to Kyle putting them on the spot about discussing their personal issues. Somehow, the same terminology doesn't apply to her, but she has never had any problem putting other housewives in the hot seat. During season 10 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Denise Richards was under fire for issues regarding her marriage. Kyle had no problem repeatedly telling Denise she should be honest about the rumors. Kyle tells Denise, when things are brought up in the open and put out there, they have to be addressed in this group. 3 seasons later, when Kyle is in the hot seat, she feels like the ladies are not supportive, asking her to reveal what's happening between her and Mauricio's marriage and deciding to separate. I think that is a huge thing with Kyle, her hypocrisy. 100%. It's like she wants to stir the pot. She wants to be the HBIC, but nobody can talk about her life. Nobody can talk about her marriage. Nobody can talk about her husband. And then if you do, you're not being supportive. You're coming at me. I do think it's I don't know if it's a personality thing. I don't know if it's something going on in her head, but it's just very bizarre. But what I mean by that is It's almost like how Kyle treats her sisters. Like, "Oh, they hate me. They're so mean to me. Everybody wants to like them." And she always plays the victim in her family, where it's like, "Well, Kyle, you're actually really mean to them. You called Kim an alcoholic, your husband betrayed Rick Hilton in business. Like, you guys have done some shady stuff to your family. It's not like you are just like this perfect person." But she likes to villainize everybody else, but she always has to be the victim. Like, she thinks she's special. And if she gets any type of like normal um feedback or suggestion or criticism, she crumbles and she can't handle it. And this is the thing. I agreed with Dorit when Dorit said, "I know your nature and you're a punisher. And if I say anything you don't like, you're going to shut me out." And that's exactly what Kyle did. And that's exactly what Kyle does. And so I think Kyle's gotten kind of bitter, and she's a little angry, and it's not enjoyable to watch. Number 2, Kyle Richards throws relationships under the bus for ratings. Throughout the first season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle made a shocking revelation about her sister Kim during the finale, exposing a deep family secret. This revelation that Kim was battling alcoholism subjected her to scrutiny and constant examination in the following seasons. The tensions between the two sisters and their family members escalated, as it was not Kyle's place to disclose such personal information. Kim endured the judgment and sometimes exclusion from her fellow castmates, while Kyle received sympathy and support. This was an incredibly challenging situation for Kim, but viewers truly missed the genuine portrayal of housewives dealing with their real lives issues. Unfortunately, many veteran housewives, including Kyle, now seem to be dictating the direction of their respective shows, deciding what should and shouldn't be addressed. This approach is detrimental to the essence of reality TV, which should authentically represent the lives of each cast members, both the good and the bad. Chef's kiss, I agree 100%. Lisa Vanderpump, another former housewife, had to endure Kyle's insensitivity towards her brother's tragic death in season 9. This unfortunate incident marked the end of their friendship and Lisa's departure from the show. During a difficult period in Lisa's life, Kyle decided to hold her accountable for allegedly revealing Dorit's accusation about turning in a rescue dog to a kill shelter, which became known as Puppygate. It was a season filled with attacks, and Lisa's vulnerability was exploited, even by her once closest friend, who joined in on the accusations that Lisa vehemently denied. As the sole remaining original housewife on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it is evident that Kyle is leveraging her power and believes she should be exempt from scrutiny regarding her own personal issues. If authenticity prevails, then the same rules should apply to everyone. And I agree with that 100%. It should apply to everyone. And another reason why I think she kind of needs to be taken down a peg or two, yes, the hypocrisy, yes, throwing people under the bus for ratings, but also like she's not fun anymore to watch. And I don't mean because she doesn't drink, because I think that's a very dangerous narrative that, oh, you don't drink, you're not fun. I don't believe that. I basically don't drink anymore, and I'm a hoot. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, she's not fun anymore. Like, she's just a downer. She's defensive. She's going after Sutton. She's no longer friends with Dorit. Like, she's going after Crystal. Like, I don't know what Kyle is bringing to the show anymore, because it's okay to be a bone collector. It's okay to be a pot stirrer, but you have to participate in that when it's your turn. Turnabout is fair play. So it's fine to be a pot stirrer. It's fine to do what you got to do. Hold your diamond, get the ratings, do you boo boo. But when it becomes your turn, if you don't participate in sharing what's going on in your life, then that's when we start to disconnect from you and to disconnect from the show. She's also, just like I said, she's not fun to watch. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I don't get enjoyment out of watching her on the show. To be honest with you, I prefer watching Ding Dong Dorit, and that says a lot. That says a lot. I think she's in a bad place. I think that she's not happy, and I think she needs to take some time to really deal with herself. And if she does come back, she needs to come back being open and honest, and she needs to come back with better energy. Because right now it's just Debbie Downer, wah, 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 wah. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. And she's on an island. Like Barbara said, Kyle is afraid of Erica. If anyone, shout out to Barbara. Barbara said, Kyle is afraid of Erica. If anyone else would have made that statement that Erica made on Watch What Happens Live, they would never heard the end of it from Kyle. Right. And that's the thing. Kyle knows she doesn't have any more allies. So it's not that I think, and shout out to Barbara. Hey, sweetheart. And shout out to Chocolate Chunks. Thank you for being a member. JJ Makeup Obsession. Irene. Tay Tay. What's up, sweetheart? Shout out to everybody in the chat box. So it's not that I think she's afraid of Erica. I think that Kyle knows that she doesn't have anybody else. She doesn't have any more allies. She's beefing with Dorit. You know, her and Garcelle have never been particularly close. She's always beefed with Crystal. She's beefing with Sutton. Anne Marie was a flop. She doesn't have any more allies. So I agree with you. I think that if Kyle still had allies and still felt that she was, the head BIC in charge, she would have given it to Erica for days. But even she knows she doesn't have anybody else. You know? She doesn't have anybody else. And so I think that, and I also think that her saying, oh, Erica is like a real friend and I can trust her, that was also subliminal digs to Dorit. It's twofold. One, I think that Kyle knows she doesn't have anybody. And two, I think it was her way of jagging Dorit. Because since when would Erica be the one going to Kyle to talk about the divorce, on the season finale? That should have been Dorit. Dorit would have been the one talking to Kyle about it. But it's Erica? Come on now. And now all of a sudden, Erica is so close and she's so real and I can trust her and we're such good friends. Even Erica was like, thank you. But that's not really true. You know what I mean? Even Erica was like, this is weird. And I know you're saying this because you're trying to low key jab at Dorit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so you had a group of friends and two closest have a falling out. And the third one, who's always with them, the head one is now, oh my God, you're so amazing. You're such a good friend. You're so loyal. You can trust me. I can trust you. You're my bestie in front of the other one. It's like she's trying to jab at her. Do you know what I mean? But I want to know what you guys think. Is it time for Kyle to just bow out? Her time is up. We get it. You just need to kind of like take several seats and let it go, girl. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. So with that, let's move on to our next story. So